Today I was watching the Emma Chamberlain podcast, and she has a episode about being embarrassed and getting embarrassed and how to stop being embarrassed. And it just got me thinking, when I was younger, I would get so embarrassed of things that I said and did all the time. I was so self-aware from such a young age. And as I've gotten older, I've actually kind of learned to care a lot less. So I'm going to kind of give you my tips on how to stop being embarrassed. Full creds to Emma Chamberlain, because this idea was solely, even the name was stolen from her. So if you like my tips or you enjoyed this video, then you should go check out her episode on her Everything Goes podcast. Without further ado, let's talk about it. If I seem a bit down, I apologize. Today at school was not a good day. I found out some stuff that kind of hurt my heart. But how to stop being embarrassed, tip number 1. So you know that feeling whenever you just tense up because you remember something and you just have to stop what you're doing? Just kind of be does it really matter though? Does it really matter? Is it still affecting you to this day? What you did, is it physically affecting you? Or is it just still on replay in your head affecting you? And if it's not physically affecting you in your relationships, then just be and move on. Which I know sounds really hard, because obviously when you get that tensed up cringe feeling, it's kind of hard to stop it, but really just be is this really still affecting me? No. Alright, I have to move on. Another one is think about how many embarrassing things have happened to other people around you and you don't even think about it anymore. You don't even remember it happening at all. That's how this moment is for other people. They don't remember it at all. It happened around them and they don't remember it. But let's say it's something that you know that they do remember. Maybe it's something that they joke about. They remember this. Just kind of be well, it's a joke. Make a joke of it yourself. If you laugh with people, they can't laugh at you. And there's no worse feeling than being laughed at. But if you just flip the script and laugh with them, then they can't laugh at you anymore. And if these people are laughing at you with the intent of hurting your feelings, then they're gonna lose interest because you're laughing with them. My band just snapped. But let's say it's something small, it was just a weird little thing that happens to everybody, but it's obviously still embarrassing. Your stomach growled in the middle of class. It's a quiet class and your stomach growled. The people around you are embarrassed. The people around you don't find that embarrassing. The people around you are oh my god, thank god that isn't me. I would hate if that was me. They're not thinking, oh my god, her stomach growled, how embarrassing. They're thinking, thank god that's not me, because I would be so embarrassed if that happened. And not even you should be embarrassed. You shouldn't, because everyone around you knows exactly how it feels, and they're not judging you. They're just, you know what I mean? When other things, this is a trick that I learned in middle school. When things happen to other people and I, if that was me, I'd be embarrassed, I just think what goes through my head when it happens to someone else? Because that's what's probably going through other people's heads when it happens to me. You know what I mean? When I'm in class and someone's stomach growls, that's what goes through my head. I'm oh, thank god that isn't me. I feel bad for them. I'm not how embarrassing, their stomach's growling. Oh, what a loser. You know what I mean? I don't know. This one's just on my mind because my stomach is about to growl so loud right now. I can feel it. I can feel it. What is happening when your stomach growls? Is it what's the science behind that? Whatever, that's not even important to this video at all in the slightest. Another thing that you can do is leave it in the past. Leave it in the past. I'm sure we're all super embarrassed of like old styles we've had and stuff, but like never hate on your past you. That is something that I will never understand. Why do people hate on like their old self? Like that's literally like you. Why would you be a self-hater? And there's a difference between being a self-hater and laughing at, like, there's a difference between making jokes of things that you did in the past and hating. Like, I will make fun of old me so much because old me was so cringe, but I would never actually like hate on her because like that's still me, even though I was, you know, a little cringy goblin. But I don't know, I just touched my hair in a godly amount that was atrocious. I apologize. That was, I'm embarrassed. Which leads me to my next thing. If you establish what you did was just cringy or embarrassing, then it is no longer cringy or embarrassing. And that's a rule that I live by. Like, if I do something cringe, and then I'm like, oh, that was cringe, then it's not cringe anymore. Because I said it was cringe, so it's not like everyone around me was like, she has no idea, but that was so cringy. It was like, oh, why the fuck did I do that? That was so cringy. Because sometimes the cringe just like possesses you. Like sometimes I don't even know what comes over me. I'll just be talking to my friend and just like burst out the cringiest shit ever. And then after I'm like, what the fuck did I just say? And everyone is just like, that was so cringe. I'm like, yes, that was very cringe. Like, it happens to everybody. I don't know. I don't want to give an example because like I'm not about to do that. Oh my god, like in the video that blew up with the freaking things that Gen Z plus, I went, oh, that's so fucking cringe. I actually debated on taking that out, but that was my little disclaimer for the millennials. And another cringy thing is like, I don't know, like there's so many cringy things that we all do that started as jokes and now they're actual mannerisms. It's awful. But if you just like, if you admit it's cringy and you know it's cringy, then the people around you aren't gonna find it like, it's just gonna be less awkward and less embarrassing. I will never tell you don't care what people think, because let's be for real, you're gonna care what people think. Everyone cares what people think. Everyone wants to be liked. Everybody wants to be viewed in a good, positive way. That's just human nature that we overthink what people think of us. However, it doesn't, at the end of the day, we can't let it really affect us to the point where it's like altering what we want to do. Because, you know, alright, nobody from my school knows about this YouTube channel except 2 people. The girl that I started it with, which she no longer makes videos because she just doesn't like it. You can see her in the first video, the Get Ready With Me. That's why I put just KG in the bio, because it's just KG and she's KJ, and KJ doesn't post videos, only KG, so anyway, that was fucking cringe. That right there was cringe. No, never again. Anyway, and then the other person that knows about it, I'm not gonna say their name, but they know about it and they think it's very, very cringe. Like every time I'm like, oh my god, like this many views, or oh my god, like check out this new video, they're like, YouTube in high school is so cringe. That's such a middle school, elementary thing to be doing. And you know what? I'm not gonna care. I'm not gonna let that affect me. I'm not gonna be embarrassed. I'm not gonna be embarrassed on my YouTube channel, because at the end of the day, I love coming home from school, sitting down and recording a YouTube video. Like, I'm my most self in front of the camera, oddly, which is really fucking weird. But it's just nice to just like sit down and talk. I don't really like, I'm a quiet person, okay? I'm not a big talker at like school and with friends and stuff, so this is the most talking that I have done like all day. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and it helps you a little bit. Bye!